Good morning. Welcome back to Bookeemonsters. My name is PK. It is Monday again. Monday, October the 14th. Some of us have the day off, some of us don't. I do not. But if you do have the day off, I hope you enjoy it. We are here to look at the new releases that have been published this week. We look at them genre by genre. Today is Cozy Mysteries. Hope you had a good weekend. Shall we ease on into this? Quick announcements. I don't have any sprints tonight. I don't do them on Monday nights. Might be on Storms tonight. I'm not sure. I do have them tomorrow night, though, at 8 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, which is the time zone I am in. And we do that for 2.5 hours. First up, Death at a Scottish Christmas. And I have read this, so it is good. I got strangely enough, an advanced reading copy of it. Good morning, Anita. How you doing? Okay, why is that looking all wonky? Okay, go back to normal. This is third in the Lucy Connolly series, set in Scotland. Sea Isle, Scotland is magical during the holiday season, and Dr. Amelia McCroy can't wait to enjoy everything her village has to offer. But when the lead singer of a famous band is murdered in the village just as they were about to launch a world tour, her holiday instantly comes to halt. As the band's future hangs in the balance, Amelia discovers that the victim was working on new music that has since disappeared. Were these new lyrics worth killing for? And if so, who is the culprit? It seems more than one person wanted this music star dead. Shockingly, beloved Constable Ewan Campbell becomes the prime suspect in the investigation, putting a damper on the town's festivities. With an ever-growing list of suspects, Amelia will need all the help she can get to figure out who is framing poor Ewan. Between a secret Santa that wants her dead, stalkers, and killer holiday celebrations, Amelia must see the devil in the details and discover the truth before it's too late. I do recommend this series, however, do read it in order. Donna Andrews has a new one. Good morning, Kim. Yay, you're going home tomorrow. You're breaking out. That is good to hear. Rockin' Around the Chickadee by Donna Andrews, 36th in the Meg Langslow series. Meg's good for her. Meg's sister-in-law, Delaney, is pregnant. Since her due date is on or around Christmas Day, this is putting a bit of a damper on the usual holiday festivities. Meg and Michael are not hosting the usual house full of relatives and parties. Instead, Meg, along with her mother, her grandmother, her cousin Rose Moore, and her good friend Carolyn, are militantly doing everything they can think of to keep Delaney quiet and healthy. All the relatives are farmed out to friends and neighbors. All the parties are being held somewhere else. And while Delaney is bored and mutinous, she's doing well, and they're managing to maintain a serene, peaceful environment for her until a body is found in Meg and Michael's yard. The body turns out to be an attendee at Presumed Innocent, a nearby conference that Meg's grandmother has organized. Some of the attendees want to learn how to exonerate a friend or family members who have been unjustly convicted, while the rest are avid true crime aficionados. And since the dead guy has been very vocal about his belief that most actual and would-be exonerees are guilty, nearly everyone at the conference dislikes him, but would any of them hate him enough to kill him? And can Meg still keep Delaney calm in the middle of a murder investigation, all while trying to catch the killer? Alexander McCall Smith has a new one in the #1 Ladies Detective Agency series. Number 25. Good for him. One more night of bad sleep. True. One more sleep till breakout. All right. This is called The Great Hippopotamus Hotel. In the rolling hills just out Gaborone, Surrounded by a grove of acacia trees lies the Great Hippopotamus Hotel. The spacious rooms overlooking the Botswanan countryside and a fine and loyal staff, the hotel has served as a refuge to weary travelers for many years. But a sudden string of misfortunes threatens to ruin the hotel's reputation. Food poisoning befalls an unlucky diner, laundry mysteriously disappears from the drying line, and a scorpion stings one of the guests. Mishap after mishap until it seems these incidents are more than simple coincidences. Something foul is afoot. Madame Ramatswa and Madame Makutsi are on the case to find out who could be responsible for these unfortunate events. The answer is at first seems clear, especially when they find out Violet Sefotho is involved. But as they dig deeper, they realize that the solution is not as simple as it initially seems. Meanwhile, one of Mr. J.L.B. Matoconi's most important clients has asked him to source a sports car, putting him in a ticklish position as the man's wife seems to be unaware of the purchase and the client is making great pains to keep it that way. Nevertheless, with a healthy dose of good humor and kindness, Madame Ramatswa and her associates must help restore the reputation of the hotel and prove that even the most difficult situations can be remedied with honesty and compassion. I've not read this series. I've read his Isabel de Lucy ones, and I very much like his writing. Carolyn Haynes has a new one. Blue Christmas Bones, 28th in her series, the Sarah Booth Delaney Mysteries. Sarah Booth Delaney and her friends can't help falling in love with Christmas this year, which they plan to spend celebrating the king of rock and roll at the annual Elvis Festival in Tupelo. The main attraction is an Elvis impersonator competition, drawing impersonators from all over the world to honor the king. But before the revelry can get underway, a priceless jewel-encrusted replica of a belt once worn by Elvis is stolen from its display case, and Sarah Booth and Tinky are roped into one of the biggest heists in the history of Mississippi. Soon, suspicious minds are lurking around every corner, with one eyewitness even claiming to have seen Colonel Tom Parker, Elvis's long deceased and highly questionable manager, prowling around the festivities. Sarah Booth will have to find the devil in disguise, or she might just end up singing Jailhouse Rock herself. I'm sure they could not resist doing all that. End of row one. Garazzi Blackmail by S.E. Babin, 7th in this series, with a very big boned and fluffy cat. Daniel Jensen's career is flourishing until an anonymous demand for money threatens to derail his life. Dakota takes the case, thinking this one might be open and shut, but what she finds is a tangled web of romance, deceit, and never-ending drama. With the help of Cole and 2 new reporters at the Gazette, Dakota, along with her occasional kitty sidekick, unweaves a complicated series of lies and half-truths. Even Hardy steps in to assist, but his help comes with a serious entanglement of the heart. One Dakota isn't sure she's ready for. But love and crime wait for no one, and soon Dakota is plunged headfirst into a case the likes of which she's never seen, and working alongside a new and improved Hardy, one she isn't sure she wants to resist anymore. This time, the stakes for her heart and life have never been higher. Brooklyn Kills Me by Emily Schutz, 2nd in the Friends and Enemies series. Book editor Agnes Nielsen never anticipated the viral celebrity that would come after solving the attempted murder of her best friend. Suddenly swept up in a world of luxury, she finds herself mingling with New York's movers, shakers, and moneymakers, among them the enigmatic drinking game Charlotte Bond, who takes Agnes under her wing. But those wings, it turns out, aren't enough to save Charlotte from a fatal fall. When police dismiss the death as accidental, Agnes takes on the scions and wannabes of New York society, even if she sometimes doubts her new skill set as a hipster detective. After all, she only has a vague recollection of the party that ended Charlotte's life, and everyone else has a different story, or so they say. As she digs into the details of that night, Agnes finds that the sparkling veneer of wealth and success hides plenty of blemishes, and the cracks below may be deep enough to swallow her whole. Mingling with murder, with a pig on the cover. Good morning, Storm. Are sprints on your channel tonight? This is 32nd in the Mary Raff Mysteries. How many pages? Yeah, good for her. Welcome to Mingle, Iowa. We're putting our past behind us. I like that. Mary Rath, ex-CIA agent turned Girl Scout leader, is accompanying 13-year-olds Mayor Ava, Betty, Lauren, and Inez from her troop to the Regional Conference for Small Town Mayors. Mingle, Iowa, the town of the Mayor Mingle Conference, is famous for a major scandal in the 1980s that no one seems to remember, even though the current mayor does everything in his power to keep them from forgetting. Have dinner at the Nothing to See Here restaurant, relax at It Didn't Quite Happen That Way bar. Mary is excited that her husband, Detective Rex, is getting an award for having a 100% murder solve rate, but she's concerned that Ava's presenting the most murdery town, how to utilize your town's biggest assets. Not to be outdone, Ava's right-hand hench girl, Betty, is presenting on how to bend City Hall to your will and everything I learned from Huey Long. Mary's hoping she can sit in on the sessions to jump in when things most likely go awry, as they often do. We hope you survive or enjoy your stay. Unfortunately, things go very awry when one of the mayors is murdered. But who did it? Was it the mayor from the town famous for its termite infestation? Could it be the snooty mayor who descended from her town's founders? Or the mayor who always dresses like an ear of corn? Huh? How about the mayor from the lobster capital of Iowa? Or the mayor who is an actual pig? It doesn't help that the victim's dying wish was for Rex to solve this case before conference ends, despite it being out of his jurisdiction. Can Mary and Rex solve this crime in time, or is Mingle destined to have the stain of a new scandal on their welcome to billboard? Looks like if you want to have a humorous one, that would be a good candidate. David Rosenfeld has a new one. This is 30th. Good for him in the Andy Carpenter. Next one. Maybe trying to get a partner as they were supposed to be on Tiffany's, and I really get nervous on my own. You do fine on your own. You're not able to, you do fine. It's only you that thinks this. Kim, I sure missed sprints last night, but definitely understood why. Hope someone joins you. Well, you should wrangle Lee in on it. It's been a while. Reluctant lawyer Andy Carpenter is relieved to be heading back to Paterson, New Jersey after a week-long family vacation in the Adirondacks. He's ready to put the holly jolly season way behind him and settle in at home with his 3 dogs. But when they finally arrive, there is an extra dog eagerly awaiting them, as well as one anxious dog sitter. When the dog showed up on the doorstep a few days ago, the sitter knew Andy would know what to do. Indeed, Andy recognizes Murphy, who the Carpenters fostered before the dog went home with B.J. Bremer and his mother. B.J. wanted to learn all he could about caring for Murphy, which made Andy like him immediately. When Andy goes to take Murphy back to the Bremers, though, instead of the happy reunion he expects, he finds B.J.'s mother in tears. It turns out Murphy ran off after B.J. was arrested for murder. Andy had hoped for a quiet Christmas vacation, but he likes Murphy's family, and his golden retriever Tara likes Murphy, so he can't resist getting involved. The case isn't as simple as Andy thought it would be, though, but BJ suspected of murdering one of his professors. With nothing to go on but Andy's own conviction and BJ's dog-loving character, proving his innocence would be a Christmas miracle. End of row 2. Perfect Crimes by Sarah Christine. 8th in the Twilight Hollow Witchy Cozy Mysteries. Lights, croissants, action. When Logan's investigation into his biological family secrets brings him face to face with magical dancing lights, there's only one witch he knows to call. And what's one more mystery for Addie and her snarky feline familiar? Or so she thinks when she agrees to help him. But an even deeper mystery lies within the lights, one that could take Spooky away forever. With the help of Luna, the McAllister warlocks, and a devilishly handsome necromancer she really doesn't want to call, will Addie unravel the secret of the lights in time? A Slice of Crime by Win Bird, fourth in the Serena Holloway series. In the quaint town of Ravenwood, Serena Holloway is no ordinary sleuth. With a hypersense of smell acquired from a lightning strike in her youth, that's a strange skill to obtain, she has unraveled mysteries that have left others stumped. But when her brother's wedding at Blackwell Manor turns into chaos with the disappearance of crucial items, Serena faces her most challenging case yet, all while trying to avoid disappointing the happy couple. Tasked with finding the missing items, Serena teams up with her loyal sidekick, Petal, a clever and resourceful fairy. As they delve into the secrets lurking beneath the surface of the wedding guests' lives, Serena uncovers a web of jealousy and rivalry among them. As Serena determines crimes have been committed and closes in on the culprit, she finds herself targeted by a mysterious adversary, determined to keep their secrets hidden. With Detective Sterling two steps behind and the clock ticking down to the guests going home, Serena must rely on her instincts, her allies, and her unbreakable bond with Petal to solve the case before the guests and suspects leave Blackwell Manor. I would think with an extraordinary lightning strike sense of smell, one could get a job at a perfumery per Hallmark movies, a winery. Put it to use. That is a strange one. Hi, Ms. Blogger. Good morning. Well, welcome. Murdered in Magic Town by Kat Green. Part of Anita Brown Paranormal Cozy Mysteries 6 books. Salem Secrets, an ancient curse. Can Nina solve this Halloween murder mystery before dark forces claim her? Upon her arrival at the renovated Salem Grand Hotel, amateur sleuth Nina Brown finds Victorian elegance despite the macabre display of ancestral witch bones. The heavily marketed presence of naughty Ghost Rosie only adds to the haunted hotel's allure for the reviewing scribe. But when an arrogant celebrity magician perishes during his performance and detectives nab her tour guide friend for the crime, Nina kicks into action. Nina's psychic abilities ignite as she delves into the case, exploring spooky secrets lurking in the hotel's shadowed halls. Will Nina and her fashion forward French bulldog solve the case before the dark energies claim another victim? Them badly, I guess. I don't know. Hot Cars and Homicide in a very bright yellow cover by S.C. Merritt, 7th in a Sweetwater Springs Southern Mystery. When small town charm meets high octane drama, anything can happen. In Sweetwater Springs, the annual Smith Lake Classic Car Show draws enthusiasts from far and wide. But this year, the show isn't the only event revving up the attention. With the town's mayoral election just weeks away, a formerly uncontested race turns into a heated campaign when Mama decides to throw her hat in the ring, railroading a reluctant Glory into the job as campaign manager. She gets a rude awakening when it quickly becomes evident that all is fair in love and politics. Let the mudslinging begin. When the body of the opposing candidate is found stuffed into a most unexpected location, fingers begin pointing at Mama and her retired Mafia Don boyfriend. With their relationships to the main suspects a little too close for comfort, Hunt and Jake are under the scrutinizing eye of the FBI, and pressure builds to get the murder solved quickly. To help close the case in time for Hunt to enter his beloved '66 Mustang into the car show, Lori decides that a little covert sleuthing is in order. From shady campaign dealings and old family skeletons to fierce car collectors with secret grudges, the case takes unexpected twists at every turn. Can Glory and Hunt sift through the clues and serve justice before someone else takes a dangerous detour? End of that row. And wear sunglasses while you're reading it. Ella Andrew has a new one by One Deadly Needle, third in the Agatha Royale series. Agatha Royale's Aunt Edna moves into the Green Acres assisted living facility, expecting peace and comfort. Instead, she steps into a whirlwind of intrigue and danger. Agatha visits Aunt Edna only to be met with shocking news. A resident has been found dead, murdered with a pair of knitting needles. Amidst whispers of secrets and betrayal, everyone becomes a suspect. Determined to clear her aunt's name, Agatha, with her trusty miniature schnauzer Mike, and her friend Emma, dives into the investigation. The deeper they dig, the more tangled the web of lies and deceit becomes. Paparazzi Blackmail by S.E. Babin, seventh in the Shelf Indulgence Mysteries. Daniel Jensen's career is flourishing until an anonymous demand for money threatens to derail his life. Dakota takes the case, thinking this one might be open and shut. Did we do this one already? We did. It's the cat. Well, how did that get here? Man, how dare they? How dare I? Because I put this together. Usually it tells me that there's one already in here. Anyway, For Whom the Hounds Howl by Joanne Carson, second in the Anna Maple Cozy Mysteries. 3 dead bodies, a poodle, and a determined woman. As soon as Anna Maple, retired nurse and part owner of the Cozy Corner Cafe, discovers a lifeless body outside her shop, she knows she must put her sleuthing skills to work. Was it the missing foot that gave her a hunch, or was it just her intuition kicking in? Whatever it was, she couldn't leave it up to the local Mounties. With her sharp understanding of human nature and the help of her trusty sidekick, Mini Poodle Winston, Anna is determined to catch the killer. Luckily for Anna, she has some assistance from her handsome friend Oliver Carter, a former spy with a knack for reading criminal minds, along with her best friends Lucy Secord and Ashley Taylor, who may not always give the best advice. Dating sites? Really? They make a formidable team. What could possibly go wrong? And that is all we have time for. But at least we know where we are at. And I will take that out immediately. Now this I've made this Amazon list public in case you want to not wait. We'll probably look at the rest of them on Friday, but there's a link if you want to check out that list. All righty. Well, sorry about that duplicate. Okay. Again, no sprints on my channel tonight. I will have them tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. They go for 2.5 hours. I do them 3 times a week, every Tuesday and Thursday evening and Saturday afternoons. Storm is probably going to have it on her channel if she can round somebody up. Anita says, thanks. You are welcome. Thanks for being here. Have a good day, Storm. All right. Tomorrow we'll be looking at mysteries and thrillers, the darker side of crime. Hope you have a good Monday. And again, if you have the day off, enjoy it for the rest of us, because some of us don't. Hope you read good books. And as the banner says here, don't be a bookworm, be a bookie monster. Nom nom nom. Have a good day. God bless.